How's it going? My name is John. I'm with First Direct out of Bellevue, Nebraska, and also in the Centersphere group. So that's what I want to bring something to. Instead of just trying to pitch you something or show you something, some neat widget, some new product or service that I have, I wanted to actually just ask you a quick question about your marketing. So every company wants to grow. I think that's a no-brainer question. It's been really tough this year, and I totally understand that. Everyone is trying to really get after it and find the best way to actually grow. One of the questions that I specifically have for most people is, are you starting with the right data to begin with? A lot of people start here with the execution channel. Well, the new product, the new service, the new system that they have, the new style of database that they might have that delivers it in a certain way. These are all neat things, and these also might be the right solution for you. But what we have found specifically is if you don't have the right message, these execution channels don't work properly. It's like putting the wrong oil in your car to get it to go, putting the wrong gas in it to go, especially if you have a V8 or something even bigger than that with a big engine. You can't use subpar gasoline to go into that. You can't use subpar materials in order to do that. But at the end of the day, what's the right message? Well, who does that message go to? That's the right people, the right audience. And I think a lot of people, when they actually go do their marketing, they just kind of throw whatever's on the wall and see what sticks, and then they can hone in on that. It's not necessarily a bad strategy, but you certainly have to have enough money starting out with to make those mistakes early on. One of the things that we do here, because the data don't lie, is at First Direct, we started out as a list provider, a data company first, and we always go back to that. It's the core part of the business of what we do. And I would like to share with you just an audience insight report. So one that's very specific to what it is. And so we even did one here locally in Sarpy County with a certain demographic where they had a certain amount of annual income. They had a certain, most of them were all homeowners, and they were within certain zip codes in Sarpy County, basically. And we were able to go through there and say, okay, out of these types of people, what are they most likely to buy? And it showed us the overrepresentation in their buying behavior. So while a lot of people are focusing on using a marketing channel, an execution channel, and they're getting their message right, you may have done some things that have been successful for you. You may have done some things where you've done such a great job, you get a lot of referral business. And referral business is gold, it's awesome. But if you really want to get the most out of your marketing, and we know as marketers and data people that you can have a 600% return on your marketing dollars without increasing your overall marketing spend by making sure that the right list, the right audience is actually put into your marketing the right way. We always like to start here because if we know who the actual audience is going to be for your product or service, maybe you sell fine art. That was one of the clients I was working on recently. They had certain ethnicities that actually bought more of those types of fine art, and that showed up in the data. How else would you have known other than maybe a few anecdotal pieces of evidence for that? So if that makes sense, I want to invite you just to reach out to me, and let's go ahead and find that right audience and just have a conversation about what you believe your right audience is. We could even take your current database and do what's called a lookalike. And we don't just do Facebook, we don't just do YouTube or any marketing like that. That may not even be the right solution for the audience that you actually have. We can actually have that database that you have. We'll suppress that information out, but pull all of the demographic information out of it to be able to build a lookalike audience and actually dive deeper. You might actually need to market more to a specific type of customer that you already have. So we can come up with it from raw data of just a conversation. We could also end up doing it from the database that you have as well, but it makes sure you are actually engaging with the right audience, making sure you have the right audience receiving the right product at the right time with the right message on the right execution channel. That's what I simply want to invite you to do. Please just feel free, reach out and give me a call, 402-403-0013. I'll also go ahead and leave my email in this as well. So I'll give you all the range and options to actually reach out to me and to start a conversation. At the end of the day, that's all I want. A lot of people ask, well, why you? I honestly believe the best for your business, maybe even more than some of the business owners, because it is hard. Being a business owner is hard. Keeping the positivity, keeping everything moving. If you want somebody that's in your corner and is going to give you something, whether you end up doing business with me or not, I always want you to walk away from our interaction with one actionable piece of advice, one actionable piece of a plan to move forward, something you can do today within 24 hours in order to move in the right direction, to just take another step for you and your business to reach its full potential. That is always my goal when I sit down with anybody, again, whether they do business with me or not. Again, please feel free to reach out to me. I can't wait to talk to you. Take care.